Hi, today I'm joined by Nigel Youths from Drax, and we're going to be talking about the Drax Sharesave Maturity. So at Maturity, Nigel, you did a really great programme to help colleagues understand their choices at maturity, and you went on to win the best in financial education at ProShare, at Geo and at the ESOP Centre. So in terms of how you keep that success going, what does that look like?
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. So we've actually had quite a good few years with Sharesave, and we've over time we've increased our take up, and we actually hit 72% this year for total take up. I think the key for us is just communication. I don't think you can over communicate this kind of stuff. And I remember ages ago listening to Alistair Campbell talk about when they were in government and how they were communicating. The point at which they got bored in cabinet talking about a particular thing was the first point at which it started to resonate with voters. And it's the same with share plans. You know, we do this for a living, and we live and breathe it. But we need to remember that employees probably only have a couple of touch points every 2 or 3 years with Sharesave. So for us, it's all about communicating and keeping that message out there. So we work really hard to get people into Sharesave with different ways of communicating and brochures and webinars and stuff. I think it's equally important to help employees when they exit Sharesave, because in the past, when capital gains tax thresholds were much higher, people didn't have quite as many issues with CGT. Now it's quite low. I think it's incumbent upon us as employers to make sure that we give as much information as possible to employees. So, as you say, we've worked with you to build out an education program, and one of the most important things for me is that people respond to people, and humans like to talk to humans. So, lots of companies do great work on having really good brochures and communications going out, but that feels like sort of base camp. And then what we do is we layer on top of that. So we have the seminars, and employees can turn up, they can ask questions at those, and that's a really important way of hearing from an expert, because obviously we need to be clear that we can take employees so far, but we don't cross the line or even get close to the line of giving any advice. So that's why it's really useful to have somebody else come in and support us with that. And then the layer on top of that is having those one-to-one sessions at the end of the webinars, where they can speak to an expert and get that individual advice for their own personal circumstances. And then we offer them there's a corporate ISA and the corporate sponsored nominee. So we give employees as much information as we possibly can. We allow them to tailor that to their own personal circumstances. And then we offer all these different facilities for them to transfer their shares into a tax efficient ISA. Maybe they sell their shares up to their CGT allowance, they can transfer to spouse. But whatever works for their circumstances, we've given them sufficient tools to make those informed decisions.
Brilliant. It's been a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you very much.